Hi there, I'm Kari McGee of the HouseLovePDX Team at Living Room Realty in Portland, Oregon. And my trusted partner in crime, Erika George, is not with us today, but we'll catch up with her next time. Today, I do want to talk about this crazy idea of selling your house during the holidays. Now, I know most of you are probably thinking that I'm insane or crazy, but actually, we have a really sweet niche at the end of the year. Every year, we get busy around Thanksgiving, a little bit before Thanksgiving, and we actually sell a lot of real estate at the end of the year, and we wanted to tell you kind of the reasons we see why this is such a strong time of the year to potentially list your house. So as we end the summer in August and are heading into the fall, everybody's getting back to work. They've been on vacation, they've been distracted, they've been out having fun. So we think people are feeling like they're behind at work, school starts, you gotta get back to school, you gotta get back into the soccer and the fall sports. So there's this real sense of back to business in the fall, and there's just not a really big buyer audience. So I think it's not a super attractive time for sellers to put on new listings. Plus, I think there's a sense that most people who wanted to buy a house or sell a house have done so. They did it last summer, they did it last spring, they did it last winter, and that there's not a lot of new audience at that time of year looking. So by the time we get into November, the buyers that are out there are hungry. They've seen the same end of summer listings who were overpriced probably to begin with. And they are doing price reduction after price reduction, and it's all we kind of see for a while. So come November, these buyers who are still looking for whatever reason are hungry for bright and shiny new listings. And then especially as we get into Thanksgiving, people have time off and they want to look at houses. After shopping and football, looking at real estate, Thanksgiving weekend seems to be the biggest thing that people do. Erika and I know every year we're gonna be working hard Thanksgiving weekend. We always sell houses on Thanksgiving weekend. We always pick up active, ready to go buyers who are out and in droves on Thanksgiving weekend. And family members are in town, cousins are in town. You have that potentially new sources of money that are coming in, that may help people buy. And then also people who live out of state, who have been thinking about moving to Portland, will come over Thanksgiving weekend often and be out in droves. So it's a great weekend and a great time of year to be visible as a new listing. The other little niche that we see at the end of the year are families who are willing to move schools at the end of the year. They're willing to move and pack up all their stuff in November and December in the pouring rain and be in a new house by the end of the year so they can start a new school in January. And I know this for a fact because I am someone who did that. I had my children start a new school in January. And one of the reasons is because I think that when kids start, when your children start a new school in January, they are the only new kid in their classroom and they get a lot of attention, and the teacher is established in their routine and the teacher gives them a lot of attention, and I think it can help them get settled, make new friends, meet people a little bit quicker than sometimes happens in September when everybody's with a new teacher and everybody's with a new classroom and a new routine, and there are potentially lots of new students, and your child can get a little bit lost in that shuffle. January is a great time to get noticed. And so that is a market niche that a lot of people just don't know about that's pretty active at the end of the year. And then finally, we have investors who are active and out in droves, and they have cash and they have a deadline. So they are super motivated to close on properties by December 31st for capital gains reasons. They're trying to avoid capital gains and do 1031 exchanges. It's okay if you don't know what that means, but it just means that they're really motivated to get things done quickly and not mess around. Or they're selling things and putting things on the market, so then they have to turn around and buy things to take losses. So there's just a really active investor market at the end of the year that can be to your benefit as a new listing during the holidays. So if you have it in you and you don't want to put up a Christmas tree this year, or that's not part of your tradition, and you think the idea of not bringing all your boxes up from storage and then putting them all back down sounds really great, this may be a great time for you to sell your house. We think you're going to do great. So good luck. Thanks. Bye-bye.